Hey guys, it is Dr. Mo. If you're on YouTube, you're actually getting this a little bit early um, because I'm obviously in a different space and I've got to try to see my guests when they come in. So hopefully we'll have a bunch of people here today. Oh, all right. Facebook's lined up, Instagram's lined up. No, it's not. Hmm. Hold on. What did I do? What did I do? I I don't know. Maybe I can edit my channels. Hold on a second. Oh, hold on. Update the channel to send a new stream key. Please hold. All right, if you're on YouTube, you get this entire back end business because Instagram did not go through. See, 9:55 though. We're early. Sending data, sending data. Come on. You can do it. Facebook's got it. I really would like to go live on Instagram though. Says it's sending data. I can't get the go live button. Let's try it one more time. All right. The title gets shorter and shorter on Instagram every time I do it because this should be some tech person's job, but it's mine. So let's do a new stream key. One more time. See if we can get it to connect. All right, sending data. Are we sending the data? We are not sending the data. All right, I'm gonna do a quickie story on Instagram because I can't get it to work. Hey guys, it is Dr. Mo. I'm going live in 3 minutes, not on Instagram. I can't get it to work and I'm tired of trying. We're actually already live on watchdrmo.com and we'll be live on TikTok and Facebook within our public group. Go to amspublicgroup.com to get to that live if you want to hang out on Facebook, if you don't have TikTok, or just go to watchdrmo.com and I'll see you there. Hold on, please hold. Please hold on my live video because I'm kind of done with Instagram right now. Because it won't do it. It won't do it. So we're not going to do it. We're just going to do Facebook. All right. Let's see. Who do I have? Nobody in the waiting room yet? Okay. Let me throw a link here real quick on Instagram. All right. Okay. So it's just me. Just me for the moment. Got a couple more minutes for everybody to show up. So we're going to go ahead and go live on TikTok as well while I wait for people. So, all right. That way we can do the things. Okay. Oh, you already got hey Alina. I already got a chat on watchdrmo.com. I'm like, sorry, technical difficulties, lots of them. Okay. Hey to everybody on TikTok, thanks for coming. Thanks for showing up. I am putting you got glasses today because I'm a teeny bit under the weather and I'm so tired of being sick. But, oh, Chad, the YouTubers, thank you. Hey, Jillian. Thanks, guys. Oh, hi, Neil. See, there you are. Neil rang the doorbell. Here he is. All right, we have to experiment with sound, Neil.
Ooh.
I have a in here, so we're going to see how that goes.
You already got haters. Love it.
Let's see if there's I know, right? It didn't take very long at all. Okay, hold on. I'm moving over here for 1 second. I'm going to try to move this speaker. So yeah, so if you guys are on TikTok, it won't go on Instagram today. I'm kind of done
with Insta. Hi, Beth.
Hold on. Hold on. I hit play on my authorized.net thing. Please hold. There we go. All right, speakers moved. I hope you guys can hear Neil. If you can't, let me know. Hi, Debbie. All right. Hi, Linda. I'm like, I didn't look at all this. I'm walking away. I don't know how I don't know how this is going to work because I didn't realize till just now that my microphone is upstairs.
Uh-oh.
And I was like, oh, and my speaker's like not right next to my phone. So if I have to, I can hop in on my iPad. Oh, for goodness sakes, Chad.
Thanks, Chad.
Chad.
Sounds good.
I'm sorry. Yeah. Sounds great. Hi, Bradley. Bradley from Florida is new here. So if you're new here, we work with Active Medical Solutions, which is we'll see. I got my hoodie on today because I'm freaking freezing.
Right.
So cold. So we do, I'm like, Neil, what are you doing?
I'm trying to adjust my light. I'm like,
I know, so cold.
And that's too bright, but whatever.
Girl,
I'll adjust.
it's okay. You sound much better today. So we are a medical practice, but this is not medical advice. We talk about GLP1s, fat loss success, mindset, anything you want to talk about, except for we're not getting into politics. I just have to say that. We can get into politics, I suppose.
It's like politics and religion.
Neil's hard to hear.
Talk about. You know?
True that. Politics, religion, and weight loss at Thanksgiving.
Oh, Linda's saying I'm hard to hear. I don't have much of a voice, Linda.
All right, let's see if this. All right, let's see. Can you, is it any better? Turn it up as much as I can here. Oh, hold on. Let me grab you here, Neil, because I can turn you up here too. All right, Neil's up as high as he can go. Neil's volume's at 11.
Thanks, to 11.
God, I'm old.
Good morning.
We are cranked.
All right, Roxy's on semaglutide, 3rd week and still hungry, just as hungry and haven't lost. Yeah, so some people, the low doses, they're meant to be loading doses, and they don't lose. Now, some people are very, very lucky, and the lowest doses work unbelievably well for them. The real weight loss doses are 1.7 and 2.4. In my experience, a lot of people do find a lot of relief once they get to 1 milligram. Depending on if you're, talk to your provider. They might let you go up a little bit early. Typically, if my patients aren't having any relief, no side effects, I'll put them up a little bit early. There's no sense in spending a whole month on a dose that doesn't work. I think after like 2 weeks, I think week 3, you can probably go up. It's easy to prescribe like the brand name at 1 month doses because then you fill it every month versus, doing 2 weeks for some people, 3 weeks for some people. It's easier to have it standardized. But with compounded, if you're on semaglutide, there's no standardization. You can do whatever works. I sound like the Peanuts teacher.
Yeah, that's the nice part. That's what Linda said. Does he still sound like the Peanuts teacher now that he's turned up? Because I've got here's part of the problem. Here, let me switch ears. It's pretty funny. All right, let's try this because we'll see if this works better. Better? Okay, good. All right. Better. I put both in, so.
I like Stacy. If you talk politics at Thanksgiving, you have to do the dishes. I am all for that. Keep it friendly, guys.
I know, right? Okay, hold on. I got to switch you back over because I have it switched from this is my microphone, but my speaker is over there. So I got issues. I'm telling you. Hi,
Let's keep going. Lisa's good morning, everyone. I started my first dose of 5 Monjuro. Fantastic. How's it going so far? I'm hoping 5 treating you well. If you didn't have any side effects, at 2.5, I'm hoping 5 is the same. Just gives you a little bit more support.
See if I can do this one too. Hold on. Please hold. Technical difficulties.
I can't. I'll keep going.
Give me 1 second. Oh my God. For the love of all that's holy, just see the microphone. Microphone's fine. Try it again.
Hey, hey.
Nope.
Hey, hey,
Still
hey.
quiet. Hey, hey. Like like the chicken. Shouldn't we just cook him?
What?
I should have has no output controls. Don't care. Don't care. All right. It should be working now. Okay, sorry. So yeah, if you're not having any side effects, you can go earlier. Jackie said she's paying $600 a month for compound. Is that about the price? No. Ours starts at semaglutide compound is, I should freaking know this because we just got it yesterday. Like 150.
And then tirzepatide's around 200, I think. It's been a while since I looked at numbers. But yeah,
Yeah,
depending on your dose,
250, 150, I think.
even at 15 milligrams, I think 600 is too much. That's too high. I mean, that's basically brand name with a coupon.
I was going to say, if you're paying 600, use the savings card and get brand name Zepbound for 550. And so when people get up to 15, because it's like $600 for us, it's like 550 or something, I think. It's a lot. It's a lot. Yeah. Hi, Stacy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jeff,
Okay.
if you're in one of our states, come check us out. AMStelehealth.com. I think you have me up so loud I'm echoing in the background.
Oh yeah, let's do that too. I can't hear an echo. Are you echoing?
I can hear
Linda, Linda, we need our tech person.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll turn you down a little.
That's cool. Website is, I put in the comments.
What is the website?
AMStelehealth.com.
Yeah, it's up. It's in my bio as well. But yeah, AMS telehealth, a little echo. That's super weird. I don't know. I can't fix it.
It's because you don't have your good mic that can.
I turned it a little bit down.
Let me hit over here on YouTube, Bradley. Bradley from Florida. Hey, buddy, he suffers from depression, PTSD, and panic attacks. Man, that's one of those things. And there is some telehealth providers that do that kind of stuff. If you have somebody in person, I would suggest seeing that and seeing what they can do for you. My guess is it's going to be a combination of therapy along with medications. Don't always necessarily have to do medications if that's not your thing at first. I would give at least the therapy a chance talking with somebody. But don't be, completely, you don't always have to stay on. Some people get on medication, get them through it, do the therapy so they're doing the right things. And then they can come off the medication because, they learn to do some of the right stuff. So definitely get that checked out, my friend. Lisa Marie's asking how long they're going to be making tirzepatide 10 compound. Hopefully a long time. We don't know. The FDA just kind of
we have no idea
all their information, and then kind of it's been dead silent. So I hate to talk politics. One of the cabinet members doesn't like GLP1s. He wants to fix the food supply. I don't completely agree with all of his statement, but I do like fixing the food supply. The other one who's supposed to be in charge of the FDA, if he gets there, actually is a compounder guy. So, maybe compound stays around forever. I mean, hopefully it's hard when you throw them both. If they were both on the same page, I'd be like, we're good to go, but we'll see who wins that one.
Well, I think here's my uneducated opinion. I think the one who doesn't like compounds painted himself into a corner with a couple of peptide statements. So now he's globally locked into this opinion. But as we know, people can change their minds all the time.
We sure can. GLP1s are peptides, I think he means growth hormone is the peptide of choice, but
that's right.
I don't know.
I think he said something not knowing the difference because he's not a scientist, right? He's not a doctor. He's not a scientist. He doesn't know. He didn't, saying blanket statements, right? I'm sorry. I joke because sometimes when I get really frustrated, I'm driving, I'm like, I can't stand anyone. Okay, that's a blanket statement. That's totally not the truth. It's just the people driving were ticking me off, right? But you say these blanket statements and then you're kind of locked into them, and there we go. So, yeah, I don't know, but we're gonna keep.
No California, Jackie. Who's out there? Maribel. Was it?
Maribel, yes, Maribel. So I actually just got a new coaching client from California. Maribel, where is Maribel.com? Because I bought her that website because I can never freaking remember where she is. I just got a new coaching client who wants advice, but is going to get the prescription through Maribel. Maribel will help you through stuff for sure. She does texting and the same thing that we do. But if you want more, because so my coaching goes a bit beyond just like telling you how much protein to eat, what to do. Like it just goes into a lot more mindset, the financial aspect of wellness, navigating healthcare, getting things done like a preventative baseline, proactive baseline. I should like that better. That's at drmocoaching.com. And if you sign up before January 1st, so we're on the last month of this, it's only $49. $49 a month for the life you hang out with us. So that's pretty cool. What else? What do we got?
I think it's your room today because I hear you echo a little bit too.
Back. The room is echoey. It's not the best room. I'm actually waiting for a delivery, so I couldn't go upstairs.
I was about to say, I'm like, we need to decorate a little bit, put something on the wall that absorbs sound.
Oh, shut it. I
have a plain background.
Hold on here. I know I do. I have a plain background, but look, I've got bookshelves. I've got Wakandan spears. It's a decoration, but they always remind me of the Wakandan things, Anyway, so yes. Well, actually behind me, I was going to put up shelves, and both of the males in my house said, "You really should put up your diplomas." I'm like, okay.
That's for some people. That's not for me.
I will. So.
They're
in the other room.
Yeah, it's just like people who and it's usually yours who get every certification known to man, and then it's on their scrubs, and it's like they look.
Oh god, like all the letters.
Yeah, they look like NASCAR. All their
NASCAR. That's hilarious.
What's your name?
I know. It's like, or it's funny because when I was an athletic trainer, I had those letters, and I could put the diplomas on my shelf. That's what my kid said to do. He's like, why don't you just set your diploma up on the shelf? And I'm like, well, that's thinking. And that way I could also take them down when I don't want them up. Because I was just going to put books on the shelves because that's.
Oh, sarcasm and cake. On semaglutide a year, down 65 pounds.
Sarcasm and cake, Neil. It's sarcasm and cake.
Sarcasm and cake. Okay. 10 pounds from goal weight. Congrats. What should I expect after reaching goal? That it's ugly. Goal's a little ugly when you get there. It's, you'd think you'd get there and you're like, boom, I'm just going to either come off or drop down a dose and I'm set. But what we found is that, depending on stress and mood and hormones, that dose kind of adjusts a little bit. So when you get to goal, I would start to drop the dose a little bit. So you have some control, yet you can eat a little bit more and be more normal, and start refilling all your vitamins and stuff that you've lost while basically dieting. And then, being that you're on semaglutide, you may need to adjust. Some weeks, you might be, let's just say 0.5 milligrams for a month. Have a stressful week, something happens, and you go up a little bit, like 0.75 or 1 milligram for a week or two, get good control again, and then you back off to 0.5 milligrams. But yeah, you more than likely you'll have to play with the dose. The biggest thing is, make sure you're lifting weights, strength training, building that muscle. So you have more of a fat burner machine when you come off. Build those healthy habits while you're on the medicines, while it's easier to make those better decisions. So hopefully they stick when you come off, or drop down. But I would not just go cold turkey. I would taper down, even to the point where you're taking the very lowest dose, 0.25, every 10 days. So you have some support, and then if you need it, you can go right back up. Cayenne pepper shots.
Yeah, I'm back down to 5. I saw that. Or cayenne pepper shots. No. I don't think so.
I can't imagine they feel
Neil, what do you think?
I can't. Yeah, I don't. I'm assuming.
But I can tell you a hot shot story. That's a cinnamon. So there used to be a company in triathlon called Hot Shot, and they were cinnamon. And when Greg did Ironman in Kona in 2020 or 2016, I guess, you're out there in the energy lab, and you're not thinking straight, right? Absolutely not in the middle of an Ironman. So he decides, I'm kind of starting to cramp, and he takes the hot shot. And oh well, that's a good one. That's a good one. Takes the hot shot. Next thing is just completely vomiting, like can't, because it's hot cinnamon.
Yeah.
On an endurance run, anyhow. So yeah, no, I definitely think if you've been abducted by aliens, that really deserves to be put in your medical history, especially what was involved, right?
I've never, you know what? After 20 plus years in the ER, I've never heard that complaint. I've heard a lot of stuff, but not that.
You did not. I did.
I've never heard it.
Oh, I got it. Because remember, I sent her for ortho follow-up. I got in trouble for that. But I sent her for ortho follow-up because she kept saying that she had plates implanted. I mean, I x-rayed the woman to prove to her there were no metal plates. And she and her husband both told me it's because the technology, you can't see it on x-ray.
Okay.
I'm like, I don't know what kind of Kool-Aid delusion you guys are under. But they're like, I need a referral to ortho. And I was like, I got in so much trouble for that.
Hey, one of our physicians who just happened to leave, I miss him already, as a resident, did consult podiatry on a patient with no feet. So it was to get ortho involved, because ortho refused to get involved because, yes. He had to play the system, but it's hilarious. I have no clue.
That's hilarious. I'm sorry. I'm going to consult podiatry. Yep. Okay, I am Phil. I'm on Ozempic now, 3 weeks, but intermittent fasting. Now 107 days in type 2 diabetic, high blood pressure, and CHF. This is not medical advice. I'm going to preface this.
Yeah.
Make sure, this is tough. CHF is tough because you got to make sure you're hydrating, but you can't, if you have fluid restriction. Now, are you CHF with reduced ejection fraction? This is a lot. This is a lot. But tell me about your intermittent fasting, because that's the part that I don't necessarily like with the other medical conditions. I don't know, Neil. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, I'm okay with it. Some people have been doing that for a long time, the intermittent fasting. And some people, it's more that's like, I don't like breakfast. So it's more of I just don't eat until like lunch, so they eat dinner and lunch. That's it.
Yeah.
So their fast is a little shorter than the typical like 18, 6 or something like that. Yeah. Oh, fantastic. A1C.
Med school teach the business. Oh, look at that.
Phil, that's fantastic,
God,
man.
I can't get my cat out of the way. I'm sorry. He's large. That's amazing, Phil. Wow.
Phil, you are adding years to your life, buddy.
Wow. Oh, you have days. You're rocking it. This is Benny. He's not going to go anywhere, and he's very large, so I can't really make a move. My labs came back clean last week, just my GFR at 48, but water will reverse that. So it may or may not, depending. We've had these big kidney discussions lately about amount of protein for kidneys, and really my best for goodness sakes, do not wipe your snot on the camera. The best non-medical advice, sorry, I think, is focus more on plant protein with kidney disease. These medications will reduce kidney disease or stop the progression of chronic kidney disease. And don't go like 2 grams per pound. I mean, I don't know, Neil. It's tough because there are no set recommendations.
No. And in the studies, it looks like 0.6 grams per pound is plenty to maintain muscle, grow muscle. So that's probably where I would aim at, that lower number.
Now, is that per lean body mass or?
It's per lean. Yeah. And that's what I'd aim for is lean. So if you're 150 pounds lean, I'd eat 0.6 for that, and whatever the heck that is. Was that 60, 90 grams or so for a full-grown male? I think that's appropriate. And
yeah. So Phil said I eat meat here, now and then, but my point is all this without any meds. No, I think that's great. I think that's fantastic. On these meds, and somebody had asked, do type 2 diabetics lose weight slower on GLP1s? I think these two comments go hand in hand. These in what we've seen, yes, the answer is they do lose weight more slowly on GLP-1s. I mean, that's what I would say just off the cuff. But I think that we're always hell-bent on not taking any medications. And I did the same thing for my cholesterol for 10 years. And now I have a cardiac lesion because I did that. And I could have maybe prevented that by taking medication, right? Because, I'll try to do it with diet. Now, Phil's doing it with diet. There's a difference between me and Phil because Phil's actually making a difference. So, I don't know. I think it's, I'm now on cholesterol meds and I probably won't ever go off since I don't have side effects. So I don't know. Anyway, weight training will help with loose skin from weight loss. Time definitely helps. Weight training would help, but you have to gain enough to fill out those. Well, the connective tissue blood supply helps too. Yes, it does help, but it's not a miracle. Let's see, look. Hi, Beth. But look, my turkey neck, right? We don't really have a turkey neck. I had the neck bands. Oh God. I mean, you can still see them, but they were pretty bad before. Yes, Veronica. Oh, see, Sweezy's back.
He is. I saw that. You see his question or their question?
Yes. Yeah. Bugs' question. I still love the Bugs Bunny. That's a tough charged question. Do I think plant protein is better for us than animal protein? Now I eat animal protein. I think plant protein is better for us. As long as you get complete protein. There's a caveat to that. And you get your B vitamins because you get a lot of that from, oh my God, my cat's killing me. You get a lot of that from meat as well. So I think all nutrients being equal, I think plant-based proteins are better.
Yeah, I think the research is more leaning that way, but with any research, it might change again. Like eggs have been good and bad throughout my life, at least 5 times. Eat them, don't eat them. I think maybe a combination is probably the best because good. Yeah, I'm not giving up meat. It's just not happening. I like it. So I don't think you need to.
Yeah. And I think that's 100% valid. Phil said I drink a lot of teas and natural stuff. I took myself off meds and my numbers are amazing. Yes. I mean, the thing about teas and like natural supplements is those are still chemicals, right? They're just not regulated by the FDA. So you're still putting chemicals in your body, right? H2O is a chemical. So it just depends on what you think about medication. Some people do not want to be on medication for moral beliefs. And I get that. Shoot, my father-in-law didn't, and his diabetes killed him because he didn't want to go on any medication. He also didn't want to change his diet.
Let's hit Denisha here. So Denisha barely takes her cholesterol medicine because it makes her muscles hurt. So she gets rabid.
Well, no. Okay.
Yeah, don't take it. I would see your doctor about it. Is what I would do and talk to him about it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you got to see your doctor for sure. See your doctor. I was very nervous about a statin, which is why I'm not on a statin. I'm on ezetimibe instead. Because I told my doc, I'm like, I'm terrified to take statins. I don't want muscle pain. I don't want to spend 2 weeks trying to figure out if it's the statin. It's the statin. So I'm on ezetimibe instead.
So Tracy's asking, I'm on a low dose statin for cholesterol. Is the goal to be able to come off? I think it's more of a long-term medication. I don't do as much with family health. I mean, most of our stuff is, with GLP1s, people are coming off those medications because they don't need them. Because they've corrected their obesity and they're exercising, they've changed their diet a little bit, and they don't need to go back on. I guess if you lost weight and changed some stuff, you might be able to come off.
But the question is, they're still not getting, but even going off of GLP-1, they're not getting the cardiovascular or other benefits of your body using food as well as it does on a GLP-1. So, which is why I pinned this comment, having a CGM has been just as helpful as the Mounjaro. Yeah, if your frontal lobe is driving the bus and you see a number and make changes based on that number, you might not need Mounjaro. You might be able to take Ozempic because if you want to have the cardiovascular and other metabolic benefits, you might want to do that. But they're not skinny shots, guys. They're not weight loss drugs. This is not a 6-month, I'm going to try to fit into a dress. This is a long-term health, which is really what I want in our patient base. You know, I don't want people just, oh, I'm going to lose the weight and hell bent for glory and going off. And not because of money. It's fine, whatever. Like it's why I do my coaching, the way I do my coaching. It's not just phentermine, right? These are not weight loss drugs. That's not what they do. And they improve every organ system out there.
Yeah, Denisha said she was giving us simvastatin.
Like my dad said, they don't fix baldness.
Yeah, definitely talk to your doctor. Simvastatin's dirt cheap. That's why they put you on that first line. So now insurance might actually pay for something else.
Zeddy's cheap too. Zeddy. Okay. Yeah, Zeddy's cheap, which is great. Yeah, if you can change your blood sugar without a drug, great. I can't. I mean, my blood sugar's fine, but everything else is not.
Check that website for California. So it's where is Maribel? Can you spell Maribel, Mo? I'm not sure how she spells hers.
Yeah, it's Maribel. It's where is Maribel, Maribel.com. Yeah, my glucose has always been normal. My cardiac status, not so much.
Yeah, not cholesterol meds. Yeah, they're not great.
Cholesterol meds are bad.
Yeah, I'd say overall yes, especially if they're causing muscle pain, they're not the medicine for you. That could be very bad. Oh, nice chat with you, Phil. Thanks for stopping by, man.
That's awesome. Bye, Phil. Good job. Good job. Does Ozempic GLP1s cause you to just not have an appetite so you don't eat as much? I know it's a Google question. It is a Google question, but I would be happy to answer because everyone else, this is for everyone else, not just C-Squeezy, which is an awesome question. Because no, that is not just what they do.
That's what you feel. That's the part you feel. It's doing a whole bunch of stuff on the inside. It's basically helping how you metabolize glucose. It affects like when you release insulin and glucagon, storage of these of glucose. Like it does a lot of stuff on the inside with repair. And then when you start adjusting, or stabilizing your blood glucose, a lot of times it affects hormones as well. So these people with like PCOS who are all hormonal and can't lose weight are now losing weight, becoming fertile. So yeah, it does a whole bunch of stuff. Talking of fertility, I just saw an article. It was very early, and they're talking about using GLP1s for fertility treatment. But they're like really looking at them and yes, really look at them because they're having so many people become pregnant while on these medications that they're starting to look at that and they're trying to figure out like when's the timeline to start them, lose weight, and then come off of them to try to become pregnant with having the medicine out of their bloodstream enough or their body. So,
I mean, but think about it. If you could just do a once a week shot, not in your butt with this oil, I did not do that. I just see stories, thank God I was lucky enough. But could you imagine like you have because you're thinking you're trying to get pregnant anyway. They make you try for at least a year. So why not for that year, go on a GLP-1? You're going to get pregnant by accident anyway. Like for real, Yeah. Oh, do they help with cholesterol? So on GLP, they got lots of babies. So yeah, my quote unquote bad cholesterol, my LDL was 180 when I started tirzepatide. It is now 120. And then with the Zetia diet changes, Benecol chews, I've got all the things. I can't do the fish oil because I think that was part of what really screwed up my esophagus. The big capsules, I can't do those. But with fish oil, changes in diet, my goal is to get that to 70.
Yeah, with fish oil, all that stuff, fiber, like kind of cutting out some like red meat for a while. And losing weight did nothing for my cholesterol until I did semaglutide, and then within 4 months it was normal for the first time in like 8 years. So
that's unreal. And you did all the behavioral things.
All behavioral thing. I was
think that's a perfect testament.
4 times a week.
Oh yeah, you exercise like unbelievably, but people say, oh, it just all it does is make you eat less. I don't know who Tom Segura is. Hold on. Somebody had a really funny post on who else just had a really funny post about it? Oh, Dennis Nedry. I don't know his real name.
Yeah, there was another one. There's another
from
comedian
Jurassic
that's
Park.
making jokes about it too, like it's on it, that is all pro, like basically GLP-1.
It's somebody very prominent that I like, and I can't think of his name. Yeah, my bad. Ozempic is good. Yes, that I know Phil probably left already, but
within the last,
it's a straight up yes. I mean, it is.
It's amazing.
Go ahead, Neil.
No, just that's it. I can't figure out. Yeah, there's a bunch of comedians. As I'm looking up, trying to figure out which comedian it is, there's a bunch of them that are on it. Like Tracy Morgan, like, yes, they're amazing. Drugs in general, like these drugs, like these last 2 years or a couple years with Ozempic and Mounjaro, are absolutely amazing for people and tons of medical conditions. I can't wait till they're way more affordable. The older versions of these did not work as well. They worked like for diabetes, but not with this appetite control. And then basically like repairing the body on the inside and helping it process so much better. And I don't know if it's a combination of the medication and then the decreased intake and bombarding your body with crap. Like, is it because they're eating less processed food, which is helping these systems as well? It's hard to say.
I just know I can't do it without it.
Yeah.
I couldn't. I mean, maybe now I could, but again, now that I know that I've got cardiovascular disease in there, I don't ever want to go off. So yeah, Denisha said her bad cholesterol is 200. Yeah, mine was 180 for a long time. And I kept telling my doctor, I'm going to do it with diet. No, you're not.
That's crazy high. Yeah, you definitely need to have something. If your LDL is 200, that's like that's where your total's supposed to be.
Mine was 180 for 10 years, Neil.
Yeah, that's high. Like that.
My LDL was 180 for 10 years. And I kept saying, no, I'll do it myself. Yeah, look where it got me.
I'd say nowadays,
I'm grateful. We're good.
Especially with GLP1s. Like even if you're like overweight, use the dang medicine to get your weight down, change stuff, and then do it yourself. Is what I would say now. Like with the medications we have, and same thing with the try it for 6 months with like a diabetes by yourself, and if you don't make a dent in it, I'd say start a medication. Like I wish I had started a medication prior. Maybe I don't know. I tried everything: red yeast rice, fish oil. Change it, didn't work.
And I think that's a really good point. One of the things that my husband said, and the way he phrased it was really good, that every day you spend with this excess fat and inflammatory process going on is a day of a shorter life. And I mean, straight up I will admit, between the colonoscopy prep diet and Thanksgiving, it was not good. It was not pretty, Neil. I ended up flat out binging again within a week and a half because I was off the stinking med. Like it was bad enough that my husband kind of was like looking at me as I was eating Thanksgiving rolls. And he looked at me and he goes, "Are you on your shot?" I'm like, "Nope." He's like, "Why not?" This was a Thursday. I said, "Because I can't take it until I poop." And he's like, "Who made that up?" I'm like, "I did. It's what I do for a living." So anyway, I think God pooped that day and I took a half dose Friday morning because I was like, I need some help.
Yeah.
I was very sad. Joy asked hi Joy, by the way, she's on Facebook. Oh shoot, I'm not on, why isn't Facebook showing up on I don't know, whatever. I can see it on my Facebook window. Zepbound is exactly the same as Mounjaro, different label. Like same drug popped into a pen, different label. They even had the same plunger color. They didn't even change the plunger color because that way they don't, which is great, whatever expense they can save, whatever. We should all take turmeric. Is it true that most illnesses are caused by inflammation? Yeah, turmeric didn't help me as much as a GLP-1, but I do not say no to turmeric. It's a good supplement. But yes, most illnesses are caused by inflammation. Changes your genetic material.
Lynn's fasting glucose in 1 year went from 106 to 82 on tirzepatide. It's fantastic. I mean, it was still normal, like somewhat normal before, but like the lower, like that number is the better.
Yeah. I mean, 82, your body's like, we can do this. We know what we're doing with food now. Thank you. Oh, I have cat hair. Imagine that. See, this is where the walrus sits. You can see it on TikTok, but he sits on my desk right in front of me here. I can move both. I can move both cameras. So we'll save it for the YouTube. But this is where the cat sits right in front of me. There he goes. He's a walrus. He's a big furry potato. We love him, but he's probably got diabetes. My cat needs tirzepatide really bad. Okay, I need more coffee too. All right, what do we got? See, Bethany has it's a fox. Sorry, I thought it was a cat.
Here we go. He's going. Tracy
My husband
Dean.
started Zep the other day. His reflux is bad. Yeah, go ahead. Grab that one.
Yeah, so, some people just get it on the medications. First thing I would do is I would start a food diary to kind of see what he's eating. Sometimes there's certain foods that some people just cannot eat, like either for dinner or even when they first start. Red meat is one of them. Some people, for whatever reason, like red meat is digested so slow, it causes reflux. Other big bad ones are broccoli and cauliflower. They ferment and cause this horrible refluxy feeling. Depending on when his reflux is, if it's like first thing in the morning, he's eating too much, too close to bedtime. So like I would kind of do a food diary, kind of times, how much you ate. You don't really necessarily need to count like protein, carbs, fat, that kind of stuff. Just look at the overall the foods he's eating at night. Yep. He's eating too close to bedtime.
Yep. And now here's the thing, because so those of you guys who are new here, I just had an upper scope because I had chest pain. They found cardiac disease, not on the scope. That was because I actually got the chest pain evaluated for heart stuff first. But I've had reflux for a million years. Okay, long time. Since the purple pill came out, I've been taking it. And this will address this too. What about reflux that wakes you up in the middle of the night still eating too late? The answer is yes. I will actually, so I have to be, when I say too late at night, it's not 2 hours. I don't eat dinner with my family. Sorry, Linda. Last night I ate dinner at 4:30. When I had a shake later, I'm eating like at, I was on omeprazole. I switched to Protonics. I actually don't think it works as well for me, but we'll see. And that was the GI docs. So, well, he wanted me to do Dexalent, which Kathy said is the best, but it's $85 a month. So kind of a weenie about it. But I have to seriously eat, and I can't take capsule. I can take capsules, 2 small capsules for my nighttime sleep supplements. I've gotten okay, but I can't ingest anything 4 to 5 hours before I sleep. It's ridiculous.
Yeah,
and it's not because it's a combo because I've had. Go ahead.
Yeah, I would still look at the food because, like, if he's eating like a steak for dinner or a burger, that might be causing it. So I would just look at those and see if, like, certain days, like you have chicken on Monday and he doesn't really have as much reflux, it might be that. So I would still look at the foods. But yes, it can cause a little bit more reflux.
Yes, Bethany said I snack at night, so that'll be hard. Yes, because snacking, I'll call it snacking. Snacking in my case, not snacking. It's as Courtney says, I have lots of snacksidents. Not eating after dinner is a real deal. Yeah. Kathy gets it. I don't know. I don't know. I don't think the Protonics is working as well, but I'm going to try to be patient.
Yeah, it's funny because the studies say they all work the same. All the PPIs.
Yeah, and the good news is it's cheap, so it's like not. Yeah. Except Dexalent, that one's not cheap. So nothing acidic after 3 p.m. Okay, I do drink coffee. I drink decaf coffee, but I don't think the coffee bugs it. It's food. It's volume that bothers it for me. It's like literally food reflux. Speaking of which, Neil, I think is an interesting point. I think a big part of my chest pain and difficulty with motility is the difference in visceral fat. Because my reflux is terrible if I slouch. Like if you think about it, because the anatomy has changed. The tract of my esophagus isn't. If I sit up straight like I'm supposed to, my reflux gets better.
Did you have a hiatal hernia at all that they saw?
No. So I got the biopsies back. I have no eosinophils, no Barrett's, no hiatal hernia. Like it's all muscular / motor. Everything, the mucosa was fine. All the biopsies came back negative. I'm crazy. I'm just crazy. That's all. Nice. Great. I mean, not that you're surprised, but.
What do you think about digestive enzymes for reflux?
I don't know.
Can't hurt. It's worth a try. If it works and helps, I'd say go for it. But I'm not familiar so much with using them for that.
All right. People will swear by them.
Yeah.
And I didn't think about that. What if I took those like later in the day? Okay, Protonics didn't work. Get a slouching harness. I actually thought about that. Sheila said Protonics never worked for Prilosec works. Yeah. I think Prilosec is omeprazole, isn't it? Or maybe it's esomeprazole. I don't know.
I think ESMO is Nexium. They're all the same for me. I just grab whatever one's on sale. They all seem to work the same. Luckily. Let's see. Stephanie, been on MJ for 6 months, and now it's causing me to throw up. Doctor doesn't know why. So,
did you go up in dose?
Yeah. First thing I would do, I'd hate to come off it if you need it. I would probably try decreasing dose and see if that helps. If you haven't done that already, then same thing. Food diary. Is there something that's changed with your diet? And maybe make some adjustments related to that before I would come off of it. That's where I'd start first. The next step would be, I guess for myself, would be probably trying semaglutide product instead and see if that's better for you. I mean, for a lot of people that causes more side effects and nausea, but if you're gonna have to come off MJ, I mean, it's worth to try something else first. Let's see here.
Yeah, I agree. I would. Good. I would do anything to not go off. Oh, hold on.
Yeah, try going down dose, adjusting dose, spacing dose out. Like Auspicious is scared to take a GLP-1 for long-term effects that I haven't seen enough data for. Any thoughts? So first, we've been studying these since the GLP-1 since the late 70s, I think it is. Byetta has been out for about
73 was when they started studying the receptor.
And then Byetta's been out for about 19 years now, and on the market, and we haven't seen anything yet that would concern us. Now, having said that, is there something that we might find out 10 years, 20 years from now? Absolutely. Anything can cause problems later on, so we just don't know. And they study them and they try to look for efficacy, and they study them in animals and dose the hell out of them, but we won't know. But depending on where your weight starts, the benefits probably outweigh the risks associated with that. Because if you're morbidly obese, increase the risk of 13 different cancers, heart attack, stroke, Alzheimer's. Like, it's just at the end of the day, do you want a longer life that's less quality, or a shorter life that's more quality? If you find out if you find out these cause some problems 20 years from now, like that's a decision that you have to make. But we know for sure obesity causes problems. We don't know for sure.
Oh no, there we go. No, Stephanie's reason for throwing up. She took a week off, and then they put her right back on 7.5.
Yeah, we know why you're having vomiting. Yeah, some people just cannot miss a dose and go back to their 7.5. They have to start back over. If you skip more than a week, definitely decrease the dose. So call your doctor. Sometimes they then took 5 and threw up again. Yes, you're one of the ones that needs to start all the way at 2.5. The manufacturer recommends starting all the way back at the beginning if you missed more than 14 days. And you're just super sensitive.
Yeah, she took 5 and threw up again. I would go back down to 2.5 and just restart. Oh yeah, like and share the live. I forgot. Like and share the live where we are.
I would wait a full week 10 days before you even take at 2.5. Like, get a lot of it out of your system.
Yeah, like at day 8 or 9, even like day 9.
Yeah.
Take the 7, 2 days. You know what I mean? Like day 9, then take your 2.5. I would really.
Yeah, no more high doses. Work your way back up.
I would definitely. Yeah, and if you're on compound too, you can work it up. Hold on, I think Joy left us on Facebook, but she said she was the one who said she doesn't feel like she's getting the same effect as Zepbound is on Mounjaro. So sometimes it could just be time to go up. I mean, that's really, it's just time to go up.
The
Thank
doctor
you.
said
Doctor said
throwing up
throwing
is
is unusual after a
after
week
one.
of skipping.
Okay.
No.
No.
Well,
No.
not when you've seen 4,400 patients or 4,800 patients or whatever you've seen.
Yeah.
Expound upon that, Neil. I'm pausing for you.
Yeah, I was waiting because it's like seems like we have like a delay.
Don't wait, because then I'm waiting.
All right. So yeah, no.
I don't have a delay. I don't have a delay, but you do.
Yeah.
So go ahead. Do it.
Yeah,
Ready?
no, I
Go.
would definitely
I'm gonna get coffee.
Go all the way back down to 2.5. It is somewhat unusual to skip 1 week and have problems, but we have seen patients that as soon as they stretch it past like 9-10 days, start to have side effects again at anything over like 5 milligrams. And I think that's just, you're just super sensitive. So that's why I would probably go down and see if they can get you something lower. Yeah, you're welcome, Stephanie. Denisha is asking if 1 milligrams of semaglutide is a therapeutic dose. So for diabetes, the better doses are the higher ones, and for weight loss, the therapeutics are technically 1.7 and 2.4. But if it's an effective dose for you, I would say that's a therapeutic dose for you. Like I would not, if it's like keeping your appetite under control, you're losing weight, your blood sugar's controlled, your A1C is dropping, that's your dose. And I don't see a reason that you would need to go up in dose. You just increase the risk of side effects. And then like, let's say the 1 milligram isn't as effective for you 9 months from now, you have more room to go up as opposed to nowhere to go. All right. Auspicious over on YouTube's. Would you suggest a GLP-1 for someone who wants to lose 10 to 20 pounds? So this, in our practice, we do with some patients, and it's more of a where are you at in your process, and where you're at when you, for your goals. Like, have you lost 78 pounds already? And you're just hitting the wall and you're struggling and you're always hungry. You have tons of food noise. Yeah, I think a GLP-1 is inappropriate to kind of help you get to that goal, help you give you a little mental break, is what I'd say. If it's just so, you have a trip coming up and you want to lose 10 pounds for the trip and you have done like you don't crave food all the time, I'd probably say it's not. I mean, lots of people do it. They go to med spa for the month before their trip and then lose the weight. But at least with our practice, it's not what we do. We're more of a long-term thing. But even then, you might, if you've on a process already and you want to lose 20 pounds, some people are going to stay on the medicine, even though we have patients that are done losing weight, still on a medicine, just to help with the brain control and the appetite suppression a little bit so they can maintain that weight. And eventually I think some will try to come off. Other ones, they're like, no, I like not always thinking about food. So it's more of a complex question, Auspicious.
Yeah, because I mean, it is. It's totally complex. And, we're staying at it for people who are staying at it for quote unquote maintenance. It's really not maintenance of goal weight. It's maintenance of optimal health or obtaining optimal health or controlling cravings or all those other things. So I just don't want to miss Stephanie's. Doctor did say to go back to 2.5 for a month. Took 5 on Friday. On day 9, I would take 2.5.
Yep. Next Monday.
Not medical advice, of course.
The following Monday is probably when I would take it personally. Absolutely. Kathy can't hear me.
Yeah. No.
All right.
Where's Kathy? Hold on.
Lynn's asking when side effects go away. So
is Kathy on?
She's on TikTok.
Oh, okay. Got her. That Kathy with a C. I was saying picture with a K. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, sorry. Side effects. So side effects go away different times for different people. Some people get them like the day after, like every single shot. They're a little bit like it's a little too much for them. So some they never go away. Some people never get side effects, but usually as treatment goes on, the side effects decrease. So if you're one of those ones that has side effects, just make sure before you increase dose, you have none, because you're probably going to get them. And if you're on compounded, I would just go up more slowly. Sometimes patients are very sensitive, and I'll have them split their dose. So if they're on 5 milligrams, I'll have them take 2.5 on Monday, and then like Wednesday or Thursday, I have them take the other 2.5, and it really helps mitigate side effects. Lynn, 12 weeks since she's up.
Lynn said, yeah, go ahead. You got her.
This damn sucks. On 10.4 needs to go up. Is jumping.
It makes me be patient, which is not my forte. You know this.
Yeah. No, that's a great jump. I mean, technically, most people jump from like 2.5 to 5 and then 7.5. So 5 should be just fine for you, unless you're just unbelievably sensitive, and I still think you would be fine. Okay.
PCOS stuff. Can you grab that? I'm gonna apply in writing to auspicious before we talk about it.
No problems. So Bethany, could you talk about being curious? Dr. Gould is always reliable. What have you seen basically this medicine do for PCOS? So tirzepatide has done amazing things for PCOS for all patients that I have had that have taken it. It has pretty much gotten rid of all of their symptoms. I've had women who were told that they have PCOS and would never get pregnant. They have babies now because they became fertile again because it affected their hormones so much because their blood sugar was more stabilized. I've had a couple that have basically lost all the weight they wanted, and we have dropped to like 1.25. So half of the lowest dose, like every 9-10 days, just to control their PCOS symptoms. At about the same time, I had two switch. One for cost went to semaglutide, and it did not work for her PCOS symptoms. The other one switched, and she's on semaglutide, and it is controlling her PCOS. And I think hers is more of a like a blood sugar hormonal thing. So yes, it works incredibly well. Better than anything we've ever seen before. Way better than metformin.
Yeah, metformin's a good adjunct, but and it comes with its own risks and such. For sure. I just need.
All right.
Stephanie said, can she wait until next Thursday? Because she wants to take it just in case so she's not sick at work. I mean, if it's going to be 2.5, I think.
Yeah, I think so. I think Thursday and giving it, because then you're giving it, how many days are we giving it off? I'm trying to look about when she took her last one.
Should be Friday.
Okay.
So it would be 13 days.
Yes, absolutely. I think that's absolutely perfect.
Okay. Annalise, second day after first Wegovy shot, and I get exhausted every time after I eat.
I mean, some people do get very tired on these medications in the beginning. I would try to eat a little bit of carbohydrate with it and see if that helps. To kind of give you a little boost.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, a little fruit. Make sure you're hydrating well. But it's kind of weird. Is it a blood sugar drop? I wonder. Digestion is hard work. Yeah, no, exactly. We just haven't seen that. We just haven't. It is hard work, especially when your body's not good at it. Oh my gosh, you're such a potato, buddy. Opie suggested metformin, but said not to switch if tirzepatide is working for me. Yeah, don't go from tirzepatide to metformin.
No, night and day.
Please.
Metformin works. Metformin, I would say, works for so very, very few people. If you're getting tirzepatide, I would not switch. It is like they're not even. You can't even compare them.
No,
it's like bringing a knife to a gunfight.
I don't know. I'm trying to find a good analogy. There you go. Well done. I'm saying I was trying to figure something out. I like to bring a knife to a gunfight. That's perfect. So Auspicious asked over on YouTube, is there an easy formula to follow for protein intake or macros for weight loss? There's so much noise out there. And I love the way that was phrased, that there's just so much noise. And there is, right? We've got to do intermittent fasting and this and that and all the other thing and stand on your head every other Tuesday and only, it's just realistically, it's, if you got healthy kidneys, it's 1 gram per pound of lean body mass. Start there. It's a good place to start. Fill up the rest of your calories so you don't gain weight with mostly healthy fats, a little bit of saturated fat in there, not a ton. Less refined carbohydrates, which would mean, like whole grainy kind of stuff.
Yeah, I like
how do you know how many calories to eat? And that, go ahead.
I like the Mediterranean style diet, just with more protein, like the 1 gram per pound is where I like to go when you're talking diet.
Mm-hmm. Stephanie said she's on 2,500 of metformin and Mounjaro. Was it too much? My A1C went from 10.9 to 5.4 in 4 months. It wasn't the metformin. I wouldn't take that much metformin, or if you were our patient, which you are now. So this is all just conjecture. I probably, if you want to stay on the metformin, I'd probably keep you at 500 or something, or maybe 1,000. But I honestly don't think it's necessary.
No, that's like max
Especially if
dose.
you're going
And
to try to increase your VO2 max.
yeah.
Yeah. Oh, Kathy said it was really good. What Kathy said, diet is protein forward, normal food, and eat in calorie deficit. You know, it's like Michael Pollan's food rules book. I love that book before he got super weird on shrooms. It was eat food, mostly plants, not too much.
10,500 of metformin.
Somebody asked if, yeah, go ahead.
And MJ caused stomach issues.
Grab it.
Absolutely, it can. Like it's brutal on some people's stomach. If you're there and you're doing okay, that's fantastic. But some people, I'll start them at 1 tablet a day, and some can increase to 2. I think I have a 1 on like 3 tablets a day. Everyone else is like 1 or 2, and that's plenty. Sometimes when they go up to 2, they're like, wow, that's way too much, and they come back down. It was very difficult for me to get to 2 tablets a day. It just felt like my stomach was full forever. And it was not comfortable. Like like my sandwich from last week was still there. Let's see.
Yeah.
De facto.
Bad combo for stomach stuff.
Yeah, I'm on SEMA 3rd week, 0.5. I can eat more than when I was on 0.25. Should I go up? Probably. Like, sometimes people go up and they have less support, which makes no sense, but it happens. So it's probably time to go up. The next dose up, you could try 0.75. If that's not enough, the next dose technically is 0.1. Who got weird on shrooms?
Michael Pollan.
Okay.
I loved his books, and then he went to the what do we call it? The experiences, like, I said shrooms. I got us restricted to saying shrooms, I guess.
Woo.
Whatever.
How do chefs do it?
Because I didn't like it.
I mean, because they'll talk about like portobello.
I wonder if there's a code word in the chef lives. Do they have like the culinary lives? Do they have like, they call them truffles instead? Like
Probably.
they have to be very specific. Like there's a code word, how we used to have to not be able to say Manjaro or whatever. Now they can't say, I already said it, so I'm just gonna probably say it, but they can't say shrooms. So maybe they say like truffles or dragon's whatever, lion's mane or whatever the hell it is.
We need to figure out the
out-of-body experiences.
Kathy, so you can't prescribe for it. Kathy's saying I need to move somewhere so y'all can be on my medical team. So you can join Dr. Mo's coaching anywhere. Like you don't have to be in one of our states for Dr. Mo to coach you along. And then you can always join our Facebook group. The name escapes me.
Come on, it's AMS Public Group. We are live there right now. That's where Joy's hanging out. So yeah, Dr. Mo coaching is where I obviously don't do the prescribing over there, but it's some of this stuff. It's some of this, the protein crap, and it's how to navigate the medical system, because that gets super weird. And I must have said psychedelics. That's the word I'm looking for. As long as we got banned on TikTok, let's restrict it on TikTok. That's the word I was looking for. When he started doing the psychedelics, I was like, yeah, not so much. Oh, cool, Kathy. I would love to have you over there. You're an asset. I would love to have you over there. It'd be awesome.
Great gift.
I did a mindset video last night. So go ahead.
No, she said it's an Xmas gift to her. So that's a great gift to yourself. Take care of yourself. Absolutely.
Yes. And that's part of it. It's one of the things with the financial things, it is like, like I said, I don't log into Chase and it says you have all the money you need. Well, I do have all the money I need, but like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you have unlimited funds. Go ahead. Like, I'm not saying we're not eating ramen. I mean, I am eating ramen, but it's by choice, and it's actually high protein ramen. So anyway, that's that.
I don't care where I'm at in life. I'm eating ramen.
We eat ramen.
Those little cup of soups.
Exactly. Yes.
Never giving them up.
And I bought them on Amazon. Matthew doesn't like them because I bought them for him because they were high protein.
Yeah.
Because the noodles are a little tougher because they're plant protein noodles, but I love them. But yeah, it doesn't matter. We're always doing the ramen PB&J, What time is it? I just want to make sure. Oh, geez, it's 11 o'clock.
Yeah, we smoked it today.
Yes.
Any last minutes?
We did.
Any
Holy
last minute
crap, that was
questions
a lot of.
crank out.
Yeah, lights are going on in a second. Lights are going on. We're going to see the sticky floor. What kind of questions do you have? Last call. Sorry. I figure we already got in trouble. And we didn't get in trouble on TikTok until like 10:50, so that was okay. Yeah, so if you want to be our patient, 7 in Hawaii. Is it 7 in Hawaii? Oh, yeah. Wish I was in Hawaii. Just saying. I'm not in Hawaii. I'm in a hoodie. So if you're in Hawaii, you can't be our patient at amstelehealth.com, but you can be a coaching client at drmocoaching.com. Would I be concerned with infertility of taking GLP-1 for PCOS? Exactly the opposite. We've got, I think, 9 oops babies so far in our practice.
If you are not trying to get pregnant, I would have an IUD or use barrier protection because the pills are not enough. You need something. Yeah, because we've had so many babies.
Yeah. And the cool thing is we've been in practice long enough now that we've had people have their baby, breastfeed, and come back. Yeah. So what time PST? Oh gosh. So right now it's 11 o'clock. So we go 10 o'clock Central is when we go live on Tuesdays. Most Fridays I'm going live 10 a.m. on Friday. I have a couple of Fridays just because moving this out, it just didn't. Oh God, Joyce said her niece got pregnant on Manjaro with an IUD.
Oh boy.
I'm telling you. That's yeah. Okay. Scott has iron bones too on his TikTok name. So did you do Kona? Do you live in Kona? Where do you live in Hawaii? I'm just asking. I want to be in Hawaii. I need a hibiscus. Okay. All right. On that note, we will head over to AMS public group if you want to join the free group on Facebook. Watch Dr. Mo if you missed parts and you wanted to know about questions being answered. Next week, I promise the sound will be better because I'll go upstairs. And I think that's it.
That's it. Thanks for coming, everybody.
We'll see you next week.